Hi.
Hi, welcome back
Welcome back.
to the 3-hour news show. It's the last hour of our show. And now you are watching our signature segment as promised. See the stories. Ramadan, as we all know, is just around the corner. So we want to ask my fellow host, Alia, what's your favorite dish for iftar and sahur?
Okay, for iftar, it's like everything is my favorite because I want to eat everything. But maybe for sahur, because I think this is a very crucial moment for choosing the right dish for you. Like I opt to have dates, like at least 3 dates. And I don't know if it's okay or not, but I drink my hot latte like during sahur with the dates. Yeah, I don't know if it's good, but I feel, and plenty of water, because without plenty of water, I cannot endure the day because of, the dizziness and yeah.
It's very light, your sahur.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there is anything like sometimes bread, maybe a piece of bread or anything like that, then yeah, it should be okay as well.
Okay.
But nothing like a bowl of noodles, let's say, or yeah, a big portion of rice. That's too much for me. Yes, so now we will talk about ways to stay healthy ahead of Ramadan with medical doctor at Junior Doctors Network, IDI, Dr. Amanda Yufika. Hi, doctor, good evening, and thank you for coming.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So Ramadan is just the day after tomorrow, right? And I want to ask you, how do we manage our dietary programs or, food that we need to prepare for the Ramadan, if it's for sahur or maybe for iftar, so that it doesn't make your stomach uncomfortable?
So yeah, basically a balanced diet is suggested, like regardless is it a Ramadan or not. So the same principle should be implemented during Ramadan, and particularly because we are fasting about 12 to 13 hours, so you have to pay attention really, especially to ensure that you have enough water, especially during sahur, because then throughout the day you will not be able to drink. And then also to ensure that to take your vegetables and also fruits during sahur and also during iftar. And talking about how to avoid overeating, especially because during the first days it will be more challenging, because after a few days then our stomach, our digestive system and our body will be adapting. So it will be less harder and it will be more comfortable for the body. During the first day, probably fasting will cause dizziness or for some people who have gastritis, that it will probably triggering the acid of the gastric acid. So that is why it's very important to have sahur, and then having plenty of water during sahur, and then having something, instead of something in huge in portion, ensure that you have a proportional diet. It's like you take your fibers, have some carbs and also protein.
What do you think about Alia's pick for her sahur?
I know.
Dates
Well,
and coffee.
The
Latte.
dates are a good option, it's a good choice, but the latte would be
Not very good, right?
yes, I would say so. Some people they just love coffee, right? And if you feel like taking a coffee, I would suggest to have it after breaking the iftar instead. Yes, so but not directly after breaking the iftar, but after having
Not
some
empty
meals.
stomach.
Yes, not an empty stomach.
Sorry, Kaalin. What about the proportion of each? You mentioned fiber, carbohydrate, and proteins. How big would be the portion for each?
So I'm sure that lots of people are now aware the Y plates that the Ministry of Education and also WHO is suggesting. So you basically divided your plates into half, which half should contain some fibers, usually 1/3 of fruits and 2/3 of veggies, and then another 2/3 of carbs. Well, it's better to choose a not easily digested carb, such as brown rice or
What about potatoes?
yes, but we're in Indonesia. Brown rice probably doesn't suit our plate, so having white rice is also okay, as long as the portion, the serving is following the guidelines as well, and also a bit of protein. It could be meat, fish, or even tempe or tahu.
Okay.
I see. So what should we put or include in our pre-Ramadan meals, even though we only have 2 days.
Yeah, we only have 2 days.
Yeah, to maintain our energy level.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, just ensure that you have like enough like veggies for, especially for iftar, for sahur, I mean, and also some fruits, because lots of people will be suggesting dates, and they are in fact very good for fasting because they have a lot of sugar, but natural sugar, which is good for you, and also high in fibers. So yeah, having some dates during sahur and also iftar is also good.
Okay.
So what are the common mistakes we usually make during Ramadan? Most
maybe
people
fried
in
food,
Indonesia.
sahur, and
Yeah, that is difficult because Indonesian love fried foods. I mean, I love fried foods as well. But we have to, the key is on how to keep it balanced. Like if you have the fish fried, then you could have the vegetables like in the soup or in, or like instead of having them in a stew, which is like, or having them in a coconut-rich curry or coconut-rich, or like some soto or something like that. So just be wiser in choosing the options, on choosing the dishes. So what to what to be careful of is to avoid overeating. Because some people might think if you eat a lot during sahur, then you will not be hungry
Sustain
during
hunger.
throughout the
God.
day.
Yeah.
But that is actually the other way around. If you eat too much, then during the day you will feel bloated. And the sugar level will be like spiking up, and then you will feel instead hungry easily.
Okay.
But when you have more vegetables, more fruits, especially those that is high in fluids, such as like watermelons, it will keep you hydrated throughout the day, and it will keep you less hungry.
Okay, how then can we avoid the overeating during sahur, even iftar?
Yeah, so try to break the fast by drinking a cup of water first.
So water, not tea.
I mean, not
nothing.
chendol,
Not chendol. Yeah.
the other sugary drinks, but have some, break the fast or have iftar. Start your meal first with water, and also having some dates, and try putting your, I mean, it's, fasting is also about controlling, like to control ourselves, right? So try to put a bit on your plate, so not to put everything at the first
once.
time. Yes. So start eating a little by little and start eating slowly, because it will help your body digest better, and it will make you feel like full.
After long hours
yes.
of emptiness inside your
Yes.
stomach. But a lot of people have built that sort of like a culture when the azan starts, you know, and then everyone will get plate and rice and
They
all
will
the
have
condiments
everything on it, basically.
What would it do to your body then?
So the benefits of fasting for our body is actually to kind of give our digestive system a rest after the whole 11 months of overeating probably, or undereating. So during the fasting month, that we train our digestive system, we give some breaks to the digestive system. So you can imagine in an empty stomach and it's resting, and then when you put everything all at once, it will be like too much for the body. So that is why you have to start slow, and that is why it is very highly suggested to break your fast with dates and also a bit of water, and then you will feel like then the body will be like, oh, now we're starting to work again. The digestive system will be aware.
Food coming in.
Yes.
More food coming in.
Yes, and then it will be helpful also for the body.
Right.
So for our nutrients intake and other tips you would suggest to us to maintain our mood, mental well-being during Ramadan, maybe. Some say that we should take like vitamin D. It really helps with our mood. Maybe you have more tips for that. Yeah, insights.
Oh, so basically supplements are there to add it on things that we're lacking of. For people who work mostly indoors, like lack of sun exposure to the sun, then vitamin D is recommended. I mean, regardless the Ramadan or not. And for those, in general, I would recommend a multivitamin that have a bit of everything, because that will keep the micronutrients in your body. And probably adding some vitamin D's, especially for, again, those who work mostly indoor, because most of the time now we work indoors. And especially during fasting month, we will...
Nobody's really
Yes,
going
we don't
out there
really go out under the sun.
Yeah, climbing up a tower or something.
Yeah, and in terms of mood, again, sugar spikes actually could lead to both sides. Like you could be like sugar high, but at the same time, it will also regulates the hormone, which causes more stress. In fact,
Right.
so too much of something is never good. So yeah, again, if you have an option to have a more natural sugary products like fruits or veggies, then try to choose that one instead of the artificial one,
Yep.
and try again still to manage the portion or the servings.
I would like to ask as well later on about how the fasting mode should be for people with diabetic or maybe
Gastritis.
Yeah, gastritis cases. But before that, a lot of us do exercise, right?
Yes.
During the fasting month of Ramadan. When would it be the best to have the exercise going on? And is it okay? Is it safe enough?
Well, if you are used to, if you usually do exercise even before Ramadan, then the best time to do exercise during Ramadan will be like before iftar, and then after iftar or before sahur.
So not like in the morning.
No, because exercise will consume energy, and also it will
Dehydrate you sometimes.
yes, we will dehydrate. That is more of a concern instead of the energy depleting. Actually, the fluid, the dehydration that could be caused by excessive exercise. Actually,
Wow.
yeah.
So yeah, maybe you can also tell us how can we have like good quality of sleep, right?
Oh my God, we are self-deprived during Ramadan.
Right?
Yes, of
And when you
course.
work, you are so sleepy. What tips can you,
We
you know,
can't
give
have
us?
coffee.
Yes,
Cannot
no
coffee, right?
for the whole day. Yeah. Yeah, so sleep deprivation during Ramadan is, I think it's unavoidable because our schedule, like we have to wake up very early. But then what we can do is to adjust our sleeping time. I think everyone will have like their own sleeping time, although it's recommended to have at least 7 hours of sleeping for adults. But some people could like go on throughout the day without any problems with just 5 hours of sleeping, because it's like very individual and also depends on the quality of sleep you have. So during Ramadan, you could try to shift your your sleeping schedule. So if you usually sleep per se at 11 or at 12, then you can sleep earlier, because then you will have to wake up earlier. And if it's possible to take naps during the day, that will be also good. But for people who are working, I think it will be a bit difficult. So probably the best option is to shift your sleeping schedule during Ramadan.
Yeah, we need to do that. Like, sleep earlier.
Exactly. All right, so there's still a lot to talk about with our Dr. Amanda Yufika, but that's going to be next after the break, so stay tuned.